Alright guys, so I'm on the road and it's time for a quick little story for you. This story is actually 100% true. Actually, it's just as good as the title states. And the fact is that I was able to cut my insurance at 25 pretty much by 50%. So, I have to tell you the full backstory. If you don't follow the channel, I had an accident in my 335i early 2017 and the car was totaled. I hit a patch of ice and nailed a light post. So that car was gone and I got the M3, which I'm in right now. So what happened was insurance played out, all that good stuff. And I had a couple extra months that there was a couple extra $100 charges. And I paid twice a year. And I actually have Geico, if you're wondering, and I've had them for my whole life, pretty much, my whole driving career. I've had Geico. And so Geico charged me pretty much $200 extra per 6 months because there was additional, insurability charges, really. So pretty much I calculated that my insurance went up $400 a year. And my insurance originally, with the two cars, I actually have a Jeep, if you guys don't know that. So I insure an M3 and a Jeep. And normally I was paying $700 every 6 months, so $1,400 a year. And then what happened was when I went to go pay my June premium, it was like $1,300 instead of $7 something. And I thought that the extra costs of the accident were already factored in. They sort of like prorated it by month, I assumed, which is why I had like 100 something and then another 100 something. But that wasn't the case. So they did a calculated risk, whatever. And really this started because I had a crack in my windshield, which made me look at my policy before it was due next. I would have noticed it anyways, like a few weeks before I get a notification. But so I was like, what the hell? My premiums are doubling? Like $1,300 every 6 months? Like, that's insane. And I've had no tickets. And the 335i, that was my only accident. I had people back into me or whatever, but that hasn't affected my insurance at all. My insurance is really good. I'm 25, so and it didn't really go down. It went down a little when I was 24, actually, just randomly. Like maybe on my half birthday, it went down like $80 a year, like totally randomly. Oh my God, this truck is losing stuff. I have to swerve. All right, we're gonna pass. So that's what's nice about the M3 is you just pass. Solution, pass. That's like tread from the tires coming off, so that's real good. So anyways, what I was saying is my insurance almost literally doubled. In June, it would have been $1,300. And I'm like, guys, what? And they said, blah, 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 unless you do a condo insurance, that's the only way we can save you money. I'm like, screw you, I'm gonna go somewhere else, there's no way. So unfortunately, I did go to Progressive. I got a quote, and I actually opened up a policy at Progressive Insurance because Geico told me that they couldn't do any better. Excuse me while I get over. I used my blinker and I checked and I used my mirror, so hats off to me as a BMW driver. So anyways, I went to Progressive, and then the quote per 6 months was like $1,100, which was still like, holy geez, guys, like that's a lot. I'm like, God, I didn't realize an accident like that would be that significant. So it wasn't $1,300, but it was still $1,100. Pretty much the same coverage. So I'm like, I guess I'll do that. It's $200 or so every 6 months less, so $400 a year. And I'm like, okay, fine. So I went to cancel Geico that night. Honest to God, I had Progressive and I was ready to cancel Geico. And I said, hey, I just need to cancel my policy. So I got transferred around a couple times. And wow, look at this guy. Pass me. Jaguar. Those things are jets. So anyways, I went to cancel the policy, and the representative was talking to me, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I've been with you guys my whole life, but I can't justify it. It's just too much. It's not only a crazy increase, but somewhere else is cheaper by $200, which is kind of a lot. So I'm like, I just can't. She's like, well, we have this extra program. It's a program where we sort of like run your credit, and it's not like a credit check like if you go to buy a house or a loan or whatever. And I'm like, well, I got a car loan. My other car loan had like $4 grand left on it. I was about to pay it off in like a year, and now I got this car and I have like 16 grand outstanding, and I'm like, well, won't that, how does that look better? I'm financing more. She's like, well, it's really not credit, it's more like just an insurance check. I'm like, alright, that doesn't really make sense to me. I don't really know what that means. Maybe some of you guys know the difference. I don't really know, but it's some sort of, they run some sort of insurance credit check. I don't know. Came back $854 a month, every 6 months. So I went from paying $1,400 to $1,700, so $300 increase, which 15% or so, I guess. But not. I need to get around these people. There's too many trucks around. Not a good time to film a video. I'm freaking out about the semis throwing rocks at me. That's probably how this stupid window got cracked a week after I got tinted. So anyways, that's the story. I do not advise you to just try to cancel your insurance right away, hoping that they'll give you a good deal and throw you a bone or work with you. Because I wanted to work with them more. They were good to me. They were extremely quick when I had my accident. They were quick when I had other claims, like someone backed into me. So what happens is I paid my premium out of pocket, my deductible, and then their insurance company reimburses mine, and then I get reimbursed. So it was still a net no cost to me, but I still had to pay it. But they were very, very quick about everything. Response time, they have a good app. I have a lot of good things to say about Geico, except for that one premium increase, but they figured it out, and I did confirm. They said it's very unlikely that your premium will go up significantly like that again unless there's an accident with this credit whatever program that they did. It's not a program, it's just a different way of underwriting, I guess. I don't really know. But any of those car insurance people, any of those guys out there, if you guys are watching, feel free to drop some insight for me. Nissan Altima is just whipping my ass over here. Silver, lots of door dings, so that's nice. So that's my story. I would definitely recommend Geico, but if you have an accident, I mean, they're gonna rail you. There's really no way around it. Speeding tickets, I feel like, are probably worse if you have a few of them, but I don't really know. Thankfully, I've had none. No one believes me when I say I've never had a speeding ticket. The only time I've gotten pulled over for exceeding speed, well, actually no. The only time I've gotten anything paper related, a warning, was when I was 16, heading home from a friend's house or a girlfriend's house or something. And it was like 11:50, and I was in a rush. I was not paying attention to the speed between railroad tracks and then beyond, because the speed is 25 before these railroad tracks where I used to live, and then it's 35 and then it goes down to 25, and I just kept going. I went over the tracks and then I just went, and of course there was a cop going the other direction, and he clocked me and said, hey, if I give you a ticket and you're 16, you can't drive till you're 18 pretty much. I'm like, oh Jesus. So he gave me a warning, thankfully. I was so thankful about that. The only other time was like a random warning when I was like driving near Cedar Point, and I was going like 45 and a 35, so I don't know. I feel like that was a waste of everyone's time, if you ask me. But those are the only times I've been pulled over for speeding, pulled over for random license plate crap related, and that was it. I'm not normally pulled over very often. As you guys know, I pretty much share all that. There's no reason to hide it. But I thought that I was able to use this opportunity in the car to explain to you guys a way that I that I like lowered my insurance by 50% pretty much, like I said. So if you have any questions, let me know. I think I hit everything. All the dollars and cents I told you guys about. There's no reason to hide it. You know, if I'm paying less than $200 insuring 2 cars and one of them being an M3, that's pretty good. I will say it does vary depending on where you're located, because actually I did pay less insurance when I was in Florida, even for the 335. When I insured the 335 in downtown Columbus, based on the area code and claims, it's higher, just because there's more cars and more rush hour and more claims in that area. So they honestly charge you more. That's really what it comes down to, is claims and whatever algorithms they use. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Feel free to correct me, but I was really surprised. I'm like, yes, I'll insure it in Ohio. It'll be cheap because Ohio's cheap. But no, I paid pretty much the same in rent in Ohio as I did in Florida, and I paid pretty much, well, I paid more in car insurance here because there's more people being dumb. Maybe because of all the young people around. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, that's the story. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe. That really helps the channel out. It helps growth. And don't forget to like as well. That also helps those things. And I will see you guys next time. Take care.